2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Portland Trailblazers at Moda Center. For Portland, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. Should be an interesting evening. 2 teams that like to slow things down a bit.
Ernie, you sound like a record that's going wrong.
Yeah.
Man, need to speed you up. Put
Kenny,
that battery in your back.
what are some of the keys to running a really good half-court offense?
Why are you slowing me down, Ernie? Patience. Gotta have patience. Like you have to have the kind of patience that it takes to sit next to you and Shaq right now, while you guys are really making me feel uncomfortable with your slow motion manners.
Well, Ernie, he didn't answer the question
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
You have to value each possession because you may not get a lot of them.
That's the
Not
fastest
only
I've heard
that,
Shaq
Ernie,
speak.
offensive rebounding can change a game.
Oh.
Excellent point.
Thank
man.
you, Ernie.
That's actually you need to speak like that more often.
Let's go courtside to Kevin
Harlan.
Harlan.
I'm the only one in
Harlan.
fast motion here.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
On the road, looking for a win against their Western Conference rival, the Dallas Mavericks are ready for this thing to get started. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Back to the road tomorrow, as this is the final game of the Trailblazer homestand. And of course, Nerlens Noel. They'll need someone to fill his role.
And to say the deal changes the look and the feel of this franchise, quite frankly, is stating the obvious. They are a vastly different team than they were just a few days ago, obviously looking long-term rather than short.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Hello, Kevin. Well, Blazers head coach Terry Stotts is one of the more respected offensive minds in the game. He said, "I like to give our players freedom to read the defense and make plays. I like philosophically that I don't know who's going to get the shot. That's going to cause a problem for the defense. Keep them guessing, Kevin."
And as always, thanks to you. That kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D. And a conference rivalry renewed tonight. This one could get a little chippy, Chris.
Games like this always have a little bit of extra meaning on both sides, especially for the fans. You can see that look of intensity in their eyes.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Dallas will get the first possession. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Smith Jr. runs the point with Matthews at his side. They're the backcourt. Barnes at the 3 with Dirk at the 4. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
No, Lillard is great at spotting the open man. He knows it's his responsibility to get his guys going.
Jordan the screen. Off the screen. Aminu grabs the miss. The Blazers on offense. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
And it's good, 2 points.
You got to appreciate how assured Turner is. I mean, he gets his shot off quickly off the pass.
Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Barnes outside. Jordan with a screen on Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Barnes. Portland grabs the miss. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 4-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Well, the obvious solve is to go to the basket. I mean, there were some open lanes. They were just unwilling to take advantage of it.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And it's Aminu in the corner. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
No problems knocking that one down. Matthews has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Now here's Turner. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Smith outside. Back to Barnes. Puts it up. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Here's Lillard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Smith against Lillard. The 11-footer. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Portland leading. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to Stauskas. He kicks to Aminu. He feeds it to Lillard. Back to Aminu. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Shots good by Turner. Turner's got 6.
Love the inside game of Turner. He's not the biggest guy, but that doesn't stop him from capitalizing in close to the bucket.
Smith with it. Lillard picks him up. Nowitzki for 3. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Stauskas. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Lillard outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
You better respect the interior game of Lillard. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him.
And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight grade to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game.
The first one falls. And Chris, as the season gets going, a lot of players start having lengthy road trips. Just how hard is it to play on the tail end of, say, a 5, 6, or a 7-game trip?
It's terrible. You miss the comforts of home, sleeping in your own bed, eating your own food, your habits, being on the road. You just miss all the good things about home, your family, and things like that. But you have to love these trips. One, if you're a player, because they set up time for chemistry. It's the most time you get to spend with your teammates. You really get to bond and get to know who each other are. Secondly, it takes a toll on that team. It wears you down. It sets you up for failure when you come home. And what's great about that is every team has to go through it.
Right.
So this is the NBA. It has to be the hardest league, the hardest schedule. And so it's tough, but, you know, that's what we do as players in this league. And so I love it because everyone does it. And I've always said it, sports is so fair because it's unfair to us all. And that's an unfair part of the game, but you got to get through it. You got to battle it, and you got to get through it. Wow, you remember the 2015-16 Trailblazers losing 4 of their 5 starters? I mean, I don't think people really understand what a huge burden that placed on the shoulders of Damian Lillard. But he accepted the challenge and got them to the second round of the playoffs. That's just incredible.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lillard. And Lillard embracing the leadership role on this Blazers team.
Lillard doesn't make it about himself. It's about his team chemistry, spending time with his teammates, his team trips. He wants that bond of friendship to exist on this young team.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Smith. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Damian Lillard said he's committed to finishing his career in Portland, title or not. He's invested in this franchise.
Team first, though. That helps all the players buy in. And new additions have to fall in line with the example he set. He said the culture won't change because he won't allow it to happen.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Indiana.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D. And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular. And with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
Good on the second free throw. Portland leading by 6. Turner with it. He's got 6. To the wing on the left. And here's Stauskas from the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard up top, guarded by Barea. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it to Aminu. Out left to the wing. Stauskas inside the line. Portland again missing. Mavericks trail by 6. Lets it go with a 3. Aminu grabs the miss. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Barea against Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. And it's Turner off the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Turner's got 8.
You can't let Turner jump all over you. Effective at tearing the D apart on the drive with his athleticism and his speed.
Barea with it. Lillard picks him up. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Outside Matthews. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads from 13. And it's Matthews again missing. Here's Stauskas. Guarded by Barea. Hits. Count that one from Stauskas.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Well, yeah, they've set an aggressive tone early. The trick is maintaining this momentum. It's easy to get complacent.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Here's Harrison. And he's good on the three ball. And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster.
Count it, good. Now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Baldwin the pass to Curry. Harkless on the wing. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Mavericks trail by 5. Makes it off the glass.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Baldwin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Harrison. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Harrison. Mejri kicks to Barea. Just 5 to shoot. Up again. And Harkless pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 3. Got a piece of it. The Mavericks another fast break chance right here from 8. Here's Finney-Smith. And Harkless pulls it down.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And that one, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here is Barea. The Blazers getting the bucket. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Here's Baldwin. Harrison with the rebound.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short arm that layup.
Finney-Smith uses the glass to finish the layup. Finney-Smith's got his second bucket.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
It's Curry with the drive. Here's Harkless. Drains the three-pointer. Harkless has got his first 3 points of the game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Barea against Curry. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Everything he is throwing up has been off. He needs to find his groove, and soon.
Here's Swanigan. Out of hand on it. But they get it back. Shot clock at 6. Baldwin the pass to Harkless. Portland needs to get off a shot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Trailblazers.
And their offense centered around the 3-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the first. Now here's Barea. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in. Barea's got his first bucket in this one.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
1:21 left in the first quarter. Baldwin the pass to Swanigan. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Collins has got his first points of the night.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Collins grabs the miss. Portland leading by 6. Baldwin kicks to Curry. They set the pick from outside the arc, and the Trailblazers another 3.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. Can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
There's Harrison. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over to the left wing. Here's Collins. Harkless on the wing. Beyond the arc. Tries yet again. Outside for Curry. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 8.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And one of our game's most explosive dunkers, DeAndre Jordan, tells us what it feels like to be DeAndre Jordan.
And you jump 20 feet in the air, it's like you're flying for a quick second. And then I've learned that how good the dunk was on the reaction of my teammates.
And for a guy like DeAndre, and a guy of DeAndre's size, guys, it's hard to believe how fluid he is in the air.
He's got some body torque into those jams, and just all around, he seems to improve his game every year.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
They've got Collins. Swanigan is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Curry. And it's Baldwin in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Pass to Swanigan. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, Terry Stotts now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. I mean, he's been a head coach for a handful of seasons elsewhere, but this is by far his longest run with a single team.
Got a piece of it. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Harkless. Here's Baldwin. Back to Harkless. Passes it to Swanigan from 13. That shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And by all accounts, Terry Stotts doing a great job with the Blazers.
Well, this team has chemistry and a defined style of play. The new players love him. I mean, Stotts himself seems really happy in Portland. It's been a great match.
Portland leading by 15. The pass to Baldwin. Lays it up and banks it in. Baldwin's got 5 points so far.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dallas calls timeout. Well, we talk about young players improving their game a lot, but Chris, which veterans in the league have impressed you with their ability to change and adapt their game as they get older?
Well, Paul Millsap, I think he's been under the radar and underrated for the last 2, 3, 4 years. He's been the best post player offensively on the post, in my opinion, and I think his game is overlooked, and he's a veteran that continually gets better. And then other guys that add different parts to their game, like a Marcus Gasol, being able to step out and hit threes. He's a former defensive player of the year, being able to expand his game on the offensive end. You have to love guys that have the mentality that they can always improve like these two.
Both teams will make substitutions. Smith kicks to Jordan. Screen by Smith. Shot to stop the run. Was shot by Jordan, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Matthews with the steal. The kick out to Barnes. Back to Matthews. The feed now to Jordan. 6 to shoot. Smith dishes to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Nurkic the pass to Turner. And Stauskas has it in the corner. Takes the 13-footer, and Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. There's a good screen. Feeds to Turner. Aminu dishes to Turner. Three-pointer, Lillard. Smith with the defensive effort. Mavericks trail by 13. Barnes passes to Smith. Jordan the screen. Up off the screen. It's stolen by Aminu. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Nurkic. Averaging about 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with this play here of late.
Absolutely. And now the question is, can he build from this? Or will he regress back to the mean? You know, we'll see.
And here's Smith. 14 points from him the last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. 5 on the clock. And here's Stauskas from the arc. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5. Mavericks trail by 16. Jordan with the screen on Lillard. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Dishes to Matthews. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. That's 7 points for Wesley Matthews.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard the pass to Stauskas. Now Aminu. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Lillard from outside. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Barnes. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. 20 feet out. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Nice D from Nowitzki.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Lillard against Smith. Free throw line jump shot. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 4th rebound in this one.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Well, he was off in the first, but he found a way to get his shot going here in the second.
Timeout, timeout.
And Al-Farouq Aminu, the 8th overall pick back in 2010. He's found his niche as a defensive-minded, small ball power forward.
And Kevin, think about that 7'3" wingspan, which will help him defend against bigger, stronger players. And His skill game, though, still looking for some consistency in the offense.
And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. Second, Dennis Smith.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover. And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Matthews. Screen by Nurkic. Stauskas with the bucket.
Oh, he just needs some time to warm up. After a difficult first period, he has turned on the Jets in the second quarter.
Smith with it. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Nowitzki with the screen on Turner. Barnes dishes to Nowitzki. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 15. Here's Stauskas. Kicks it out to Lillard. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 9.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3-ball here in the second quarter.
Nowitzki, the pass to Matthews. Here's Jordan, and he makes good on the layup. Jordan's got his first points of the game.
And that's as high percentage as it gets for Jordan. He has shot over 65% for his entire career.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Mavericks trail by 18. Jordan with the screen on Lillard. Jordan the screen. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Lillard against Smith. Shot clock at 6. The dish now to Nurkic. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in rebounding, first in field goal percentage. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds. What a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Nowitzki a screen. Matthews. They get the rebound. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident. And I'll tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Measury, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Barnes. Harrison's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Smith. And that one falls for Nowitzki. And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little lift in the legs, he's worked hard to kind of quicken his release. And just another tweak for a guy who's made a career of adding layers to his Hall of Fame game. And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Here's Barea. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup. Nowitzki's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Curry kicks to Harkless. Pass to Swanigan. A 3-ball. Measury with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 13. We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Pass to Finney-Smith. There's the pick. Nowitzki kicks to Harrison. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Harrison's got his second basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Baldwin. He has 5. He dishes it to Curry. He feeds it to Harkless. The fader. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive boards.
Mavericks trail by 13. 1:05 left to play here in the half. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Here's Harrison. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And another basket for Dallas.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, when you're at a size disadvantage, sometimes the mid-range is better than inside. You get a little more space. You don't allow the shot blocker to get up on you. And also, you can use your handles and your quickness.
Baldwin the pass to Swanigan. And Curry has it in the corner. 35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Misses from short range. Curry against Barea. Now the pass to Mejri. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Collins. 8 points his last outing. On its way from Curry for 2. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Portland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts is the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Evan Turner had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points and 1 assist. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling. Like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
High above downtown Portland. You get the great idea of the beauty of the city, folks. Welcome back, everyone, to the Pacific Northwest. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Look at Evan Turner. What a contribution.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. And for the Blazers, Greg, you can make the case they possess the second-best backcourt in the NBA after the Splash Brothers with Lillard and McCollum.
Yeah, certainly offensively. I mean, they're just about unguardable. The questions begin at the other end. And when you factor in defense, I think you could find some debate there as some other groups tend to do a better job on that side of the ball.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Barnes at the 3 with Dirk at the 4. Smith Jr. runs the point with Matthews at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They double-team Nowitzki. Barnes against Turner. Barnes right side. Shoots over Turner. Barnes can't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lillard dishes to Stauskas. Screen by Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard drills it from outside. Lillard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Smith against Lillard. Jordan the screen. Now here is Smith. He's tightly guarded. Tries from 16. Jordan. It's good on the putback.
Oh, but they got that one to fall, and they need to keep it up after missing the first 3 shots of the half.
Lillard against Smith. And Turner kicks to Aminu. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again the miss by Lillard.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
They grab their own miss. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
And he sinks the second. Portland with the ball. They led by as many as 18 points. Smith against Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the player's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said, but it's all out of love, it's all out of fun, and I don't remember, very honestly, anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that you just let it go after the game.
Oh, that's good. All free throws good from Lillard. And talk about the Blazers players. They talk a lot about the work ethic of this team.
Well, the work ethic of this team starts with number 0, Damian Lillard. He makes sure that it's a competitive environment. A lot of these young players, though, are looking to prove themselves. In the gym, before and after practice, they're challenging one another.
Here's Smith, 4 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's foul number 2 for him. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Matthews. From the stripe. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 16 points for Lillard.
I love the versatile offensive game of Lillard. He has so many moves and his shots in his arsenal.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd, who played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in him. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense on him because what they've been doing so far is not working.
And Smith gets double-teamed. Outside Matthews. Nowitzki a screen. Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's slammed in by Smith.
I tell you what, he just brings that Mamba mentality, if you will. When he's got a chance to attack the rim, boy, he just goes to another gear.
Lillard with it. Now Smith defending. Aminu, the pass to Nurkic. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Jordan. Smith in the posts, covered by Lillard. The offensive rebound. Smith wide open. He fires. And it's Smith again missing.
No, his shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and provide for them.
Here's Nurkic. Good D by Jordan.
He's still trying to find a shot out there, but so far he hasn't hit anything from the field.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Barnes has got 6 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And Lillard kicks to Stauskas. To the wing on the left. Nurkic against Jordan. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Over in the corner, Turner. Portland no good that time either. Mavericks trail by 10. Kicks to Smith. Jordan the screen. Smith with it. Lillard picks him up. Nowitzki kicks to Matthews. Here's Jordan. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Oh, come on. He's fluid from that medium range. He gets everything working together.
Off the screen, and Lillard throws it down.
But you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over it.
Now, here is Smith. Here's the screen. And it's Nowitzki at the elbow. He kicks to Jordan. Shot clock at 5. A putback, and it's Barnes on the follow. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Back to Aminu. Over Nowitzki. Aminu misses.
That was as easy as it gets. He needs to complete those looks.
And Al-Farouq Aminu, one of the league's great value contracts, signed through 2019 for around $7 million a season.
Yeah, and in this era, starting players command twice that at least. That helps with ballooning payroll. I mean, and Aminu's happy, getting consistent minutes in Portland.
Here's Nurkic. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nowitzki's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Barnes passes to Smith. Back to Barnes. Puts up a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to it.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. Back to Lillard. Turner dishes to Nurkic. Offensive rebound. Aminu the pass to Nurkic. And that one, good. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
You could never have enough offense in the low post.
Smith against Lillard. Barnes outside. Jordan with a screen on Turner. Barnes kicks to Nowitzki. Moves back up, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that one falls for Nowitzki. And Chris, one of the rare honors for an NBA player is to have their jersey retired. The Kings retired your number 4. What does an honor like that feel like? What does that mean to you?
Man, it meant so much to have my jersey retired. I was there with my family, my wife, my brothers, sisters, parents, and everyone. And so it was just a really, really great moment. You know, when you're playing the game, you can really, you say enjoy the process, but you never really can really enjoy it day to day because you're always thinking ahead, trying to get better. And so it was just a really cool moment to sit back and think about all the positive things we did in the city, for the city, and definitely for the game of basketball. So it was a great feeling, and, you know, Sacramento forever. I thank them for that, and I love them there.
Wonderful years, indeed. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second-chance points in the league. In third, the Mavericks.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
First free throw is good. For the Mavericks, 16 consecutive years of 500 basketball or better. Coming to an end last season, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it was the beginning of a rebuild. The first time in a long time for the Mavs. And they waived some of their veterans to free up space and court time to further develop those young players. And with how competitive this organization is, that you know they'll do everything they can to get back in contention to try to send Dirk out on a high note.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Finney-Smith kicks to measuring. Here's Harrison. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers leading by 10. Outside Curry. Barea with a wide open look, drains it from beyond the arc. Barea's got 5 points so far. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Curry dishes to Harkless. Portland no good that time either.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 14-6 run. To the inside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Collins has got his 6th rebound on the night. Baldwin kicks to Harkless. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
Chris, the Blazers with an intriguing group of young players, and they've got a deep bench, too.
Terry Stotts spreading the minutes low, keeping his guys fresh, instilling confidence in those younger reserves.
Here's Harrison. He has 6. They set the pick. Shot off the pick. Second chance shot. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from measuring. Baldwin kicks to Curry. The feed to Harkless. For 3. Connects from three-point range. Harkless has got 11.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Here's Harrison. Here's measuring. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. He's got 6. Trailblazers leading by 9. Collins, a screen on Barea. Curry passes to Collins. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Curry against Barea. There's the pick. To the middle. Here's measuring. And the layup's good off the glass. Measury's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Baldwin. He has 5. Shoots from the elbow. Again, the Trailblazers score.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Mavericks trail by 11. And here's Barea. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Drops in the layup for 2. Barea's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Baldwin kicks to Curry. They set the pick. Feeds it to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Mavericks shooting 37% so far in the third quarter. And they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Offensive rebound, Mavericks.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Outside Curry. Over in the corner, Harkless. And it's off from three-point range. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Portland out in front, up by 9. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Make simple passes. We got him caught trying to make a great pass out of the simple pass.
Great communicator. Terry Stotts always teaching and developing his guys.
And he likes that they're playing unselfishly, that they're willing to pass, but take some mustard off the hot dog.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. We've got Mo Harkless. Seth Curry is out there with Baldwin. Then it's Collins, and it's Swanigan in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Baldwin. Collins, good.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
Here's Harrison. Dishes to Barea. Shot from 12. It's not going to go for him. Great tee that time from Curry. Here's Swanigan. Collins dishes to Harkless. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Curry. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now, here's Mejri. Out left to the wing. Correa, the pass to Mejri. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's Curry outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Boy, shooting with a lot of confidence from deep. You have to get up on him.
Barea kicks to Harrison. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Ball stolen. Now Curry. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
Pass to Finney-Smith. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. To the wing right side. Clock at 4. Here's Harrison, and it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Stauskas is checked in for the Trailblazers. Barnes, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Matthews comes in for Harrison. That's a 2 from Matthews, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
They set the pick. Stauskas kicks to Curry. No good on the triple. Mavericks trail by 11. Matthews, no one around him. Outside for Barea. Barnes outside. There's the dish to Matthews. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
Nurkic dishes to Stauskas. He feeds it to Aminu. Passes it to Lillard. 5 on the clock. And finished off by Nurkic.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Mavericks trail by 11. Smith with it. And it's Nowitzki at the elbow. Jordan kicks to Smith. Shoots from the baseline. And that one goes long. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Aminu misses.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Lillard against Smith. There's the screen. Now here's Barnes. Defense right on him. Aminu grabs the miss. Portland leading by 11. Here's Stauskas. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Free throw good, Stauskas.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Matthews, a screen on Lillard. And there's the pass to Barnes.
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about right there. Right there.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Turner passes to Aminu. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. And that one's good, Barnes.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard against Smith. Aminu with a screen on Nowitzki. Lillard dishes to Aminu. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Here's Smith, plenty of space. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points. Lillard from outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Matthews left side. Jordan kicks to Smith. Nowitzki with the screen on Lillard. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 13 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Lillard the pass to Turner. Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Matthews. That shot missing, and it's Portland the other way. Now, here's Nurkic, and again, it's Portland converting. And here's Smith. And it's Nowitzki at the elbow. Turner against Barnes. Shoots over Turner. Here's Stauskas. Inside. Lillard dishes to Aminu. Kicks it to Stauskas. He can't get that one. Good D by Matthews. Nowitzki left side. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
And Nowitzki is a lethal scorer. Feels like he can knock down any shot on the court.
The feed now to Aminu. Good D by Jordan.
This has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Smith with it. Lillard picks him up. Nowitzki a screen. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. He dishes it to Matthews. 5 to shoot. The baseline J off the mark. Portland leading by 12. Over in the corner, Lillard. No good with the triple. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. In the corner, Smith with it. Shoots over Lillard, and it's Smith missing.
Hard to tell if he's just lacking energy in the second half, but it does not look like he's himself out here.
Yep, it counts.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Mavericks trail by 14.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He drains the quick shot.
You got to D up on Smith at all times. You can't lay off him when he's dribbling. That's when he burns you with that pull-up J.
Feeds it to Stauskas. Over in the corner, Turner. Back to Stauskas. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Free throw good, Stauskas. He's off on the second. Mavericks trail by 13. Matthews passes to Smith. Nowitzki a screen. 6 on the shot clock. From the wing. Barnes can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 13. Here's Lillard. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
Gotta respect the mid-range game of Lillard. I mean, he looks so fluid shooting the ball from here.
And here's Matthews from the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Lillard dishes to Aminu. On the wing, Turner. Aminu against Nowitzki, and it's good. 2 points. Aminu's got 4 this quarter.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deeper hole. Very little time now to climb out.
Jordan kicks to Barnes. Over Turner. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, there have been some questions regarding the NBA's playoff format, Chris, if the division by conference is a good thing or if we should open it up to even more teams. Should we even have divisions? If you were going to change anything, what might you change in the playoff format in any way?
Well, I'll tell you this, I would not add more teams. Please. I mean, if you're going to add more teams to watch more bad teams, no, if you can't win almost 50% of your games, no way.
Agreed.
I did hear one thing that was kind of interesting is that what if you ranked the teams 1 through 16 in the playoffs so that, yes, I still believe in divisions.
Right.
Kev, because I want the season to matter. Divisions, you know, championships, that matters for a fan base. You know, those type of things matter. So I want to keep those in there. But if you did 1 through 16 that way, so the last 2 teams didn't have to play the best competition until the end, I just think that might be interesting. You never know what type of matchups you may have. But I think we've been having some great basketball in the last 15 years. So I don't know if necessarily we really need to change anything about the playoffs.
Interesting observations.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Portland.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
Curry passes to Swanigan. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
I tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Nowitzki a screen. Shoots over Leonard. Count it from 12.
Man, he has an excellent mid-range game. Surprising how much room he had to operate on that play.
Outside Curry. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.